What's up guys, it's Jeremy from Speaker. Today I'm going to show you how to install and I'm going to give you a review of the MDT field stock rifle chassis. Alright, so I've got a Tikka T3 in 7mm 08, and what I did was, this was my kid gun as I had young kids, and I chopped the stock off and slid a limb saver slide over pad on it, and then this was the kid gun. So kids have all grown, they've got better guns than me now, so I thought, what should I do with this gun? How about I make it into a long range gun, because recently I've enjoyed shooting some longer distances, and this has specs similar to some of the long range guns out there. So I know what some of you guys are saying. The 7mm 08 is not the chosen long range caliber, but really comparing it to the 6.5 Creedmoor and others, it's really similar, and it's a gun that I own already. I don't have to buy anything, so what do I have to lose? Recently I went on a sheep hunt and I learned a lot more about shooting and the things I was doing wrong and how to make shooting better. So this stock has a lot more options that I can add accessories to make my shooting even better than it is. Okay, so the very first thing we need to do is I'm going to make sure the gun's safe. I have no mag in here. I'm going to pull the bolt. Check. Nothing in the barrel. Always check for safe before you start working on any gun. Obviously this one's safe, has nothing in it. This will just show that there's nothing in the chamber and that we're safe. So that's what that is. All right, first thing we need to do, and really there is not a lot, there are two screws on the bottom here. They're T25 Torx heads, and we just need to loosen those. And I already broke them free. And this action just pops right out, just a little tug on the stock and we are there. So I noticed a little bit of cleaning I can do with this out, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, while I have this action off, I'm actually going to reduce the trigger pull poundage. So there's a 2 to 4 pound trigger, I believe, in this. So I'm using a 2.5mm Allen wrench. I'm going to back it out counterclockwise. The trigger attachment screw here doubles as a safety measure so that this screw doesn't get backed out too far. So it should be right around 2 pounds now. And I'm going to put the bolt in. Again. One thing I've also found recently with more precision, longer range shooting is you want to have a light trigger. So that is awesome. All right, now we're going to put this action into the field stock. So we're just going to carefully place it in here. This field stock chassis has an aluminum bedding system so that this barrel is free floated. There is nothing, no way this barrel is going to touch the stock. What we have to do is we're using a 3/16 Allen screw, and We're going to do the front one first, I believe. We're going to hand tighten this, make sure we're going into the hole right, so we'll go backwards a little bit. Snug that just hand tight. Do the back one. The back screw can't come out because it's stuck in there inside the molding, but the front one can. So now I'm going to give this a little firm. And what we're going to do is just tighten it a little bit more, and then we're going to torque it. Okay, so the factory Tikka says with a synthetic stock that you should torque to 44 pounds. So I've made myself a little 3/16 Allen wrench here in my torque setup. I've got it all set to 44. That one's torqued. Okay. Now, let's put the bolt in. Make sure everything works. Bolt slides, which it should. Safety works. There's nothing in the chamber. So I've made sure of that. I'm going to pull the trigger. That works. Pull the trigger. That works. That was extremely easy. So one thing I didn't do is I also purchased a 3-round mag from MDT as well. So the field stock that I had to order was for the Tikka T3 short action. My 7mm08 is considered a short action. So they customize different stocks depending on whatever gun you have. So they have stock for every gun out there pretty much. So that's what's awesome about this, is that you can use it with multiple guns and every popular caliber, every popular manufacturer. So I have a 3-round mag, and it's just a polymer mag. So I need to make sure that that fits in here. And it does. The mag release is right here in front of the trigger guard. Pops out just fine. Now, I want to make sure that I can cycle shells. So this is going to be live, but I'm in a safe place here. So I'm going to load my mag just to cycle a couple shells. Okay. Bolt in. Cycled that one. Cycled that one. I'm going to load from here. Seems to be working. Good. Awesome. I'll go ahead and take my bolt out. Make us safe again. All right, what else comes with this stock when you purchase it? They give you some length of pull adjustments that also come with it. It's got one of these in place already, and they add another 2. And then they have some longer screws. If you add these other adjustment pieces, you'll need to use the longer screws. Another cool thing about MDT is an actual person signs his name on the card. Thank you, Jonathan, when they pack your order. So that's pretty cool that there's some name recognition in the company. Also American made, by the way. So highly recommend that. All right, so that is the field stock rifle chassis install for the Tikka T3. Okay, so now I also ordered a couple other accessories. The magazine was an accessory. So 2 more things that I learned about is the pick rail and Arca rail options. So I have a bipod for this gun, and most stock rifles come with nothing but sling studs, okay? And you can buy sling stud adapters and attachments for bipods, but they're not very solid. So what you want is a pick rail or an Arca rail. And these will allow you to mount all sorts of different things. The pick rail I'm going to use to mount my bipod, and then the Arca rail, I'm going to put that on here as well, and that will allow me to connect this gun right onto a tripod, which is super stable. Now, if you're not familiar with the M-LOK system, that's what these are. And on the bottom of this chassis, there's these M-LOK holes. And basically, all you do is loosen these up and turn those so that they're going to fit in that channel. Put them in and tighten it, and it'll tighten itself right up. So this is a 2-inch pick rail, and this is a 3.3-inch Arca rail. All right, so what you're going to do is just get the Allen wrench that fits this. I'm not sure what size it is. And like I said, you're going to line these M-LOK connectors. You got to loosen them up a little bit. And then they're going to go in these top grooves for me. And then we're just going to tighten those, and it's going to turn them until they tighten up. All right, so I've got 2 of these. I've got a small pick rail, and then I also got the small Arca rail. I'm going to put that on now. Get the M-LOK bolts lined up in the channels here until they tighten. And that is it, guys. I am not a gunsmith. I'm a hunter. And I just want my shooting to be better. And this product has already made me a better shooter, and I haven't even shot yet. This is so amazing how easy it is to use and install. The stock, the chassis system, and the accessories. It's just like those people at MDT know what they're doing. They have built quality product, and my goodness, if you are interested in making your shooting better, I would definitely go out and purchase an MDT field stock chassis. So that is the MDT field stock chassis from Tikka T3 factory stock to highly improved chassis system. And like I said before, they make an amazing product. It was so easy for me to install. I'm not a gunsmith at all. It was just a couple screws removed, drop the action in, tighten a couple screws, and I went from a factory stock to an amazing longer range shooting stock with a lot of accessory options. I am so pleased and excited to get it out to the range, and then also to hunt with this gun this coming season. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.